Hello, my name is Dr. Simonoff, and I'm the founder of Shmoop. I'm also a driver. For the most part, driving is a safe activity. However, many behaviors exhibited by today's teens can make the road a dangerous place. The video you are about to see follows two young people, Paul, who took his driving a little too lightly, and Nancy, who wound up the victim of Paul's negligence. Poor Nancy. Here is her story. Nancy Mulvaney. Bubbly. Attractive. Good grades in school. She is what every boy looks for in a potential mate. She knows how to live her life. No drinking, no smoking, no experimenting with dangerous drugs. She doesn't even drink Coke because the name turns her off. Now meet Paul Cannon. Charming, smart as a button, star of the football team. He makes girls swoon, and other boys wish they could spend a day in his shoes. Although his future is bright, Paul likes to live on the edge. He enjoys flirting with danger, not just with all of the girls on the cheerleading squad. One day, Paul and his good friends, Chet, Danny, and Fred, pile into his dad's PT Cruiser. It is Friday night, and they are on their way to the movies, where they plan to take in a midnight showing of Avatar 2: The Revenge. They are meeting with their girlfriends, and on the way to the theater, they decide to send text messages to assure them that they won't be late. Even Paul, who is driving, is busily texting Sally, his girlfriend. He tells her they are 5 minutes away, then asks what she is wearing, and even makes a joke or two. Their autocorrect mishaps provide much entertainment. Haha. Meanwhile, Nancy is also on her way to the theater. She doesn't particularly like James Cameron films, but she got an inside tip that Paul Cannon will be there, and boy, is he dreamy. Nancy turns onto Main Street and whammo! She doesn't even know what hits her. It is Paul and his buddies, who were too busy making playful emoticons to realize they were running a red light. Paul and his friends are unhurt, but they won't be finding out what happens in Avatar 2: The Revenge. Not tonight, anyway. Paul's father's car is totaled. Fortunately for him and his friends, the vehicle's airbags became engaged, and they suffered only minor injuries. Once they are sure everyone in the car is okay, they breathe a collective sigh of relief. Ah. Thank goodness, says Chet. Someone could have been killed. Suddenly, the shock wears off, and it occurs to the boys that there must be someone in the other car. Cautiously, Paul gets out of the cruiser and goes to investigate. What Paul finds breaks his heart. Not only has the driver of the car been killed as a result of his actions, but it is Nancy Mulvaney, his secret crush. He had hoped to run into her tonight at the theater and was prepared to finally tell her how he feels. Now he is going to have to tell her corpse. Needless to say, she is probably not going to accompany him to the prom, not in her condition anyway. Paul and Nancy's story is a sad one, but it is not unusual. It is true that most victims do not personally know their killers, nor do they usually have crushes on them. But terrible accidents result from such carelessness every day. Many have been injured or killed because the driver felt it was vital that they LOL or OMG. Don't be a Paul. Your text can wait. And if it can't, then pull over to the side of the road first. Chet may be upset about missing the beginning of the movie, but you just might save the life of a Nancy.